1. The heart of a woman caught for adultery. Hi, this is Accept Truth. John chapter 8 tells the story of a woman caught during adultery. She met Jesus when she was caught for adultery and was being dragged to death by stone. The clerks and Pharisees asked Jesus. This woman was caught in the act of adultery. Moses ordered these women to be stoned by the law, and what would you say? Jesus wrote on the ground, "The innocent of you shall stone first." When people heard what Jesus said, they remembered their sins and left the place one by one because they had a guilty conscience. When only Jesus and the woman were left, Jesus asked the woman, "Where are the people who accused you, woman? Aren't there people who have condemned you?" "God, there isn't." Jesus sent the woman back, saying, "I do not condemn you, either, so go and do not sin again." It's amazing to think about this. The woman's mind caught for adultery was filled with shame, great fear and despair. When she was being dragged with such a heart, the woman met Jesus, and Jesus saved her in a short time. And he said, "Do not sin again." Then a change occurred in the woman's mind. The fear and sadness that had filled his heart had gone away, and the peace, joy and gratitude that had never been before filled the woman's heart too. Jesus, who has the power to change your mind. As we live in the world, there is anxiety, fear, or despair. There are a lot of problems that we can't handle in our minds. When trials or problems that cannot be overcome by their own power are encountered, people cannot sleep at night, get depressed or mentally ill, and even commit suicide. Jesus has the power to change one's mind. The woman caught for adultery had to be stoned to death, and she had nothing but despair. But the woman did nothing, but Jesus dealt with all her problems. He dropped all the stones that were about to fly toward her on the ground, and made all the people who condemned, sued, and hated her leave. The woman caught for adultery escaped from those who sued and tried to kill her and escaped sadness and fear. Instead, the relief, gratitude, joy, praise that you live that you couldn't find even if you tried to find it not too long ago. This kind of mind would have filled a woman's heart and made her happy. 3. Why struggle to escape sin? If Jesus, who worked for a woman who committed adultery in John chapter 8, works for us, we can escape from anxiety, fear, or pain as the woman who committed adultery did. We are afraid and painful because I foolishly try to deal with problems and difficulties even when Jesus works. Jesus is with anyone who has been forgiven for sin through faith in Jesus' blood. Then Jesus becomes the solver of all problems. Why are many people suffering from sin and struggling to take off their sins? That's because we don't realize that Jesus was crucified for us and forgiven our sins. If you realize that, you can escape from any sin and enjoy freedom. The same goes for us to get out of trouble and difficulty. No matter what problem comes, because Jesus has become my Lord with me, even though it is invisible to us, this is not my problem, it is Jesus' problem. Just as Jesus solved the problem of an adulterous woman, he solved my problem and made me whole. 4. Jesus creates gratitude and joy in us. I came to believe when I was 19 that Jesus was crucified and forgiven my sins. He did not just absolve me of my sins when Jesus was crucified, but he also did so to me as if he had expelled all fear and anxiety from the heart of an adulterous woman and put peace, gratitude and joy. A heart of fear, a heart of concern, a heart of despair. This heart is not God's heart. God doesn't want to put such a heart in us. So since Jesus became our master, he removes those hearts from us and creates faith, gratitude, and joy. Jesus, who appeared in the Bible and acted on it, still lives in us. Jesus works the same in us, just as he has given a woman who has committed adultery a lot of freedom and peace. Even when we don't sleep or feel, Jesus becomes our master and takes responsibility for everything and leads us. I hope everyone believes in Jesus like that.